In this lecture video, we'll talk about the Java programs in which we have to separate out the digits of a number. Like the programs to get the reverse of a number or to find whether the number is a palindrome number or not, SPI number, Navy number. So this way we have few numbers in all these programs. The logic behind to check for these numbers is to separate out the digits. So let's check for the first program how to get sum of the digits. How to separate out the digits. Whenever we divide a number by 10, then the remainder will be the last digit of the number, and in quotient part we'll get the remaining number. So this is the logic behind how to separate out the digits. So let's say a variable d is there for digits. For doing sum of the digits, a variable sum has been taken. Initially sum is 0. Now when we enter a number, we have to keep on dividing the number till we get a 0. Here is the main code. Check for the number should not be equal to 0 or it is greater than 0. Now in D we will get the first digit, num percentile 10. We assume a number here. Let's say our number is 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose this is our input 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234. So when this loop executes over here, it will check num greater than 0. So in our case the number is greater than 0. Now what D will come? Num percentile 10. That means this number 1, 2, 3, 4 will be divided by 10 and the remainder will be stored in D. So when you divide this number by 10, you will get 4. Firstly, you will get this 4 as a remainder. Then this 4 will be added to the variable sum and the value of sum will become 4. Now num equal to update this while loop, the update expression is num equal to num by 10. So when we divide two integers, it will store the quotient part only, and the quotient part will be 1, 2 and 323. This will be the quotient part. So again it will check this number. 123 is greater than 0. It will again come to this loop. Now 123 will be divided by 10 and the digit which will be separate out will be 3 in this case. Then sum contains 4 and the 4 and then 3 will be added. So now the value of sum is 7. So this process will continue. Firstly the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will become 1, 2, 3, then it will become 1, 2 and finally 1. And this way one by one these digits will be separated out. First it will separate out 4, then 3, then 2 and then 1. Sum contains the sum of the digits. When this loop terminates, it will print sum of the digits is sum. So in this example, it will print the sum as 10. So main you have to understand this logic, how to separate out the digits. Whenever you need the digits in any program, if you need the digits, then you have to divide this number by 10. Percentile will get the remainder part and remainder part is the digit, and you have to update the number by dividing it by 10. This logic will be used in many programs, like in the next slides we are going to discuss. Suppose you have to get the you want to print the reverse of a number, means the mirror image of a number. If your input is 1, 2, 3, 4, then output should be 4, 3, 2, 1. So here I have taken this variable reverse. Initially this reverse is 0, rev is equals to 0. In many programs you will be needing the original number. In this program it is not required, but sometimes what happens that a student forgets to include this line So this program doesn't require. So but still I have taken that original number equal to num. That before, because with the help of this while loop, this number will be updated and ultimately the number value of this num will become 0. Then we lost the original number. So better to store the original value somewhere. So here we have written that number is equals to, that some original number is equals to number. Again, if you see here, digit has been separated out. Now we are writing this formula, reverse multiply by 10 plus d. If we take the same example, the value of d in our example will be 4 and reverse will become 0 multiplied by 10, that means 0 plus d. So the current value of reverse is also 4. Now this number has been updated. First step, number will become 123. Now which is still greater than 0. Again d will be 123 percentile 10. This time that d will contain 3. Now see this value of reverse. Initially reverse was 4. 4 will be multiplied with 10, that means 40, and then 40 plus 3. Current value of d is 3. So 40 plus d will make reverse as 43. The value of reverse is now 43. Then this number, now next time when you update this number, now number will contain 12, which is still greater than 0. Now next value of d will become 2, and this reverse will become 43 multiplied by 10, that means 430 plus 2, and now the value of this reverse will become 432. Similarly, next number will be 1, and then again when you update, complete loop when executed, finally you get the mirror image of the number and the value of reverse will be 4321. This is how we can get the mirror image of a number. So reversing the number again based on the same logic. You have to separate out the digits. Then palindrome. Now what is a palindrome number? That if the number is equals to its reverse image, means mirror image. So if number is equals to the reverse of its then that number is called as palindrome number. Now here compulsorily this statement is mandatory. This statement is mandatory in this program, because lastly we are checking that the number which we have obtained after reversing the digits, if it is equals to, here we have to write in place of single equal to, we are checking that whether the value of reverse is equals to original number or not. So we will use here double equal to sign. If this reverse number is equals to the original number, then it means the number is a palindrome. Same program as in the previous slide, the complete program is same. Only when we ends up here, we have to check the number which we have obtained after reversing the digits, whether it is equals to original number or not, because this statement is compulsory over here. Why? The reason I told you earlier also, that when you apply this loop while num greater than 0, and here you are updating this expression, every time you are reducing it by dividing it by 10. So ultimately this number will become 0. So if you don't give this type of statement, what will happen? The original number will be lost. किससे फिर आप कंपेयर कर पाएंगे? So for that reason आपने क्या किया? पहले ही आपने एक और वेरिएबल में अपने ओरिजिनल नंबर को कहीं स्टोर कर दिया. देन आपने यहाँ पे चेक किया कि जो नंबर आप रिवर्स करके आया है, वेदर इट इज इक्वल्स टू ओरिजिनल नंबर और नॉट. देन स्पाई नंबर किसको बोलते हैं आप? व्हेन you get the sum of digits equal to product of digits. Now again, if you see that this program is based on digits. Now you are very much familiar with this loop, that here also d आपने निकाल लिया है, then whatever D will get one by one, that will be added up to the sum. This way we can get the sum of the digits. One more variable you have taken, because we are multiplying numbers, so we can't initialize it with 0. This you know, because ultimately the number will become 0 when it is multiplied by 0. So this variable is initialized with the value 1, not by 0. So two variables we have taken, one for sum of the digits and other for product of the digits. And here this, in place of this num, we'll write D, sum of the digits and product of the digits. When this loop terminates, we will, when number becomes 0, then finally we will check whether the value of sum is equals to product or not. If it is so, the number is a SPI number, otherwise it is not a SPI number. Sum of the digits and product of the digits, दोनों अगर सेम आ जाते हैं तो उस नंबर को हम क्या बोलते हैं? स्पाई नंबर. डिजिट्स निकालना अब आपको आ ही गया है. कैसे डिजिट्स निकलती हैं? व्हेन यू डिवाइड द नंबर बाय 10, तो रिमाइंडर जो होता है आपका, रिमाइंडर में आपके पास डिजिट आ जाती हैं. और अपडेट करने के लिए हम कोशेंट से अपडेट करते जाते हैं. Neven number, the number divisible by the sum of the digits. So now you know how to get the sum of the digits. See, same logic we have applied over here. Digit, number percentile 10, sum plus equal to D. So by this loop we will get sum of the digits. Lastly, you have to check whether when you divide this original number percentile sum and you get remainder as 0, it means that the number is divisible by its sum of the digits. If this criteria matches, then we can say that the number is an even number. Neon number किसको बोलते हैं? When the number is equals to sum of the squares of its digits. सिर्फ आपने क्या किया? अब आपने सम प्लस डी नहीं किया, अब आपने क्या कर दिया? सम प्लस इक्वल टू डी मल्टीप्लाई बाय डी. स्क्वायर्स निकाल दिए. अब आपका स्क्वायर्स के इक्वल अगर ये आ जाता है, नंबर सेम आ जाता है, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? हमारा नियॉन नंबर. सो किसको बोला हमने नियॉन नंबर? व्हेन द नंबर इज इक्वल्स टू सम ऑफ स्क्वायर्स ऑफ इट डिजिट्स. आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग नंबर में क्या आ जाएगा? क्यूब ऑफ द डिजिट्स. आपको क्या करना है? इसमें क्यूब निकालना है. एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस इज सेम. Now see this program, automorphic number. Automorphic number is that any number when it has been squared and its square contains the number itself as its digits. Like 25. 25 का square क्या हो गया? 625. So this 625 is last two digits इसके क्या आ गया आपके पास? The number itself. तो ऐसा कोई number जिसका आप square करते हैं and in the square contains the number itself, then that number is called as automorphic number. So let's understand this program. Now here we are checking whether the number is automorphic or not. So for this, suppose we have taken one variable found and initially the value of found is 1. Now number has been entered, then sqnum is taken to get the square of the number. So num multiply by num. When you multiply this number by number, then sqnum contains the square. Same logic is here. Y num is greater than 0. अब आप क्या करें? इसमें num percentile 10 is not equal to sqnum percentile 10. First time num percentile 10 contains 5. If we take this example, तो separate out क्या होगा? पहले 5. और जब आप sqnum लेंगे तो उसमें भी सेपरेट आउट क्या आ जाएगा? सबसे लास्ट में 5. सो क्या हम लॉजिक यूज कर रहे हैं इसमें कि इन केस दे डजंट मैच, दैट मीन्स जब लास्ट डिजिट ही मैच नहीं कर रही, देन वाई टू चेक फर्दर. यहीं पर हमें पता लग जाएगा दैट फाउंड इज 0 एंड ब्रेक, एंड वी कैन से दैट नंबर इज नॉट एन ऑटोमॉर्फिक नंबर. here it should be if found is equals to 0. 0 means that the number is automorphic. See, not equal to, if this condition matches, that means we are saying found equal to 0. Found equal to 0 means that number is not an automorphic number. Otherwise you will move further. Suppose last digit match कर जाते हैं, तब आपको क्या करना होगा, आपको अपना ये काउंटर दोनों का अपडेट करना होगा. num will be updated to num by 10. Similarly, sqnum will be updated to sqnum by 10. Then the same criteria will follow. If that number is not equal to 0, now you will check for the next digits. Next digits अगर match नहीं करेंगी तो फाउंड 0 हो जाएगा और यहीं पर प्रोग्राम आपका ब्रेक हो जाएगा. तो कहीं पे भी अगर ये फाउंड की वैल्यू 0 नहीं हो रही, स्टिल द वैल्यू ऑफ फाउंड रिमेन्स 1. दैट मीन्स सारा आपका डिजिट ये मैच कर रही है. देन इन दिस केस द नंबर इज ऑटोमॉर्फिक नंबर. देन वन मोर नंबर इज देयर, स्पेशल नंबर. स्पेशल नंबर में क्या चेक करते हैं आप, फैक्टोरियल्स. That the sum of the factorial of its digits. Now if you remember how to get the factorial of any number, suppose I write 2, then the factorial of 2 is 1 multiplied by 2. If I want to get factorial of 5, then it will be 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 and multiplied by 5. Mathematically we write it as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Reverse में हम लिखते हैं, but it means the same, that the factorial means if you want to get factorial of a number, then the factorial is the multiplication of the numbers from 1 till that number. That means loop will go from 1 to num. And you have to multiply all those numbers to get the factorial. So स्पेशल नंबर इज अ नंबर जिसमें आप क्या कर रहे हो, डिजिट्स का अलग अलग जो उसके डिजिट्स हैं, फर्स्टली यू हैव टू सेपरेट आउट द डिजिट, देन आपको उस डिजिट का क्या निकालना होगा, फैक्टोरियल, देन दैट विल बी एडेड टू सम. सो सभी डिजिट्स का अलग अलग आपको फैक्टोरियल निकालना है और फिर आपको उनका सम करना है. इफ दैट सम कम टू द नंबर इटसेल्फ, अगर वो नंबर के ही इक्वल आ जाता है तब उस नंबर को हम क्या बोलते हैं, स्पेशल नंबर. तो यहाँ पे फिर देखिए वही हमने लिखा है क्योंकि लास्ट में हमको नंबर चाहिए, नंबर से कंपेयर करना है. सो व्हेनेवर इन द एंड यू नीड द ओरिजिनल नंबर, तब आपको ये वाली लाइन लिखनी पड़ेगी कि आपको पहले उस नंबर को, जो भी आपने नंबर एंटर किया है, इस नंबर को आपको कहीं पे पहले स्टोर कराना होगा. सी यहाँ पर हमने ले लिया फैक्टोरियल को 1 लिया. लूप के अंदर क्यों लिया है इसको, बिकॉज whenever you check the factorial for the next digit, this factorial should again become 1. So 1 by 1 we will separate out the digit. Now D contains the last digit. Then this loop will grow from 1 to this digit. We'll calculate the factorial and then this F will be added to sum. We repeat the process by updating this variable num. Num will be updated, the quotient part. And then again it will check whether this is greater than 0 or not. Again F will become 1, the next digit will be separated out, then we calculate the factorial of that digit and then that factorial will be added to sum. Finally we will check the value of sum. If it is equals to the original number, we will say that our number is a special number, otherwise it is not a special number. Buzz number, again for buzz number we need the digit, whether the number will be divisible by 7 or unit place digit is 7. That means if we divide the number by 7 and the remainder comes as 0, or when we divide the number by 10 and the remainder comes as 7. Either of these two conditions, if any of these conditions satisfied, then we will say that the number is buzz number. So in this video we have discussed all these numbers which are very important from examination point of view, and I hope you are clear with these programs. All these programs has similarity of getting the digits. You have to separate out the digits of the number.